Yo, what's up guys, it's Fane here, welcome back to another video on GTA 5 Online. We are back with another customization videos with supercars. In this video we are customizing the Progen GP1. So here it is. This vehicle was released on March 14th of 2017, a part of the Cunningston Special Vehicle Circuit update. And this vehicle was available on the Legendary Motorsports website for 1.26 million. However, it is unfortunately a removed website car, which is very unfortunate. So that means obviously you have to wait for it to get back into Simeon's, Luxury Autos, in the Carby Test Track, test ride vehicles, or buy off a friend that already has one. This vehicle is rear-wheel drive, and it's obviously in the supercar class, because the cars I've been doing recently are just supercars, since we're trying to complete the class. But yeah, the best thing about this vehicle that you might want to know is it's actually very unique in terms of its design, especially since it is primarily based on the legendary McLaren F1. That is an absolute legend of a supercar right there. Absolutely gorgeous. Amazing. Anyway, enough talking. Let's go ahead and check out the customization, shall we?
What are we doing today?
Alright, the GP1.
What are you after?
This is a car released in 2017. This thing would definitely have a fair bit of customization, which I won't be surprised by, but armor, brakes, bumpers. So, let's do this. So we've got custom, concept bumper, oh no, titled bumper, yeah. Sport bumper, tuner bumper. We've got the LM bumper, which is pretty much used for pretty much a performance version of the McLaren F1 version, which is what this option here is for. And which, by the way, you will actually see a bunch of LM options, which actually makes this thing look like a sportier version of the GT. So, that's cool. Competition bumper, contest bumper, GT bumper. We're going to go ahead and do the LM, because why not? Rear diffuser. So you have stock, you have carbon trim, and striped trim. I don't know. I think we'll just do the carbon, since there's carbon at the front there. Engine. Do that. Engine cover. So we got the carbon. Custom cover, which is just nice and smooth. Aggressive vented cover. We've got another LM option, the LM engine cover. Vision engine cover. Slatted engine cover. And large slatted cover. We're going to go for the LM. We will pretty much just do an LM build on this thing, I guess, because why not?
You've got an
so we'll do that. Exhaust. So we got stock, dual exit, twin carbon can, quad LM exhausts. Okay, so this is the LM again. Quad carbon accent. Quad carbon accent alt, twin outmodded exhaust, carbon covered stub exhausts, twin big bore, twin big carbon exhaust, twin big carbon alt, offset carbon alt, mid LM exhaust set, carbon exit, carbon exhaust, carbon alt exhaust, big carbon exhaust, big carbon alt exhaust, offset exhaust, offset alt exhaust. There is a lot of options for this thing. Holy crap. But I am going to go ahead and choose the mid LM exhaust set. There's this one here, but this one only has the 4 in the middle there. We're just going to go all out and just have pretty much all the exhausts, so we'll do this one. Hood catches, we we got closed hoop catches, back edge hoop catches, and front edge hoop catches. We are not going to bother with those. I'm also wondering if they actually made a mistake. I'm pretty sure that's meant to say hood, not hoop. I don't know. I guess that might have been a mistake by Rockstar. Let's see. We do have light covers. So you got stock, primary top cover, carbon, full primary, full secondary, and full carbon. We are not gonna do that. We're gonna move on. Now we've got the actual bonnet, custom hood, carbon hood, scooped hood, vented hood, vent hood. Okay, the LM hood, nice. Carbon version of that.
Whatever you desire.
Sport hood, performance
Technology
hood,
and budget permitted.
GT hood. That's it. Obviously, once again, we're gonna go with the LM option, so why not?
Look at her now.
That's honestly the best option that this thing has for hoods, in my opinion, either way. Horn, skip that. Lights, we are honestly just going to keep those as the stock. Mirrors, so you got stock mirrors, carbon mirrors, alt accented carbon mirrors, and race mirrors. Actually, we'll do the race mirrors. Start with plate.
How many cars you got in this
We already did that. Put the McLaren plate on, which is already equipped, I just realized. Rear cover, so this is for the back. Oh no, it's for, yeah, it's for there. So, custom cover, multi-vented cover, deep vented cover, glimpse cover, vision cover, and then we've got a few LM options. We've got the LM Aero, the LM Sneaker, the LM Cover, and the LM Glimpse Cover. I think the one I had was this one.
She's got a good chassis on her.
Yep, that's pretty cool. Not bad. Respray. So I am definitely going to make this thing orange, because why the hell not? Where's the orange? Just a normal orange. Yeah, yep, we'll do that. The orange then. Does that give it the stitching of the orange? No, it doesn't. Okay.
Don't she look
Alright, we'll match it up then. Interior, trim color, we'll pretty much just... I don't want to do orange, because that would just be too much orange. So we'll pretty much just stay with a black, or how it is. Fun fact, no crew emblem for this vehicle, surprisingly. You'd think there'd be one, but there's not. I'm actually surprised by that. Skirts, so you got street, sports, and custom. You do not have an LM option for this, which I am very surprised by. But if I was to choose one, it'd be the custom, because it has the carbon skirt whip to line up with the front spoiler, so that's pretty cool. Spoilers, so we've got stock spoiler, fixed lift, 10 degree, 30 degree fixed lift. That's supposed to be a rear active spoiler, but unfortunately they didn't implement that for the actual thing. Good on you, Rockstar. Branch spoiler, well level, tuner spoiler, two-tone spoiler, LM spoiler once again. Look at that. GT wing, LM spoiler with 30 degree lift, which I honestly think just looks really odd. I don't know why you would want that.
Whatever you desire.
And then you got a carbon version of that. We're definitely doing the LM spoiler. I'm basically just doing all LM options on this. Let's see, transmission, turbo, once again no suspension. Alright, so after a bit, I finally made a decision. There's so many rims I could choose from, but the one I ended up choosing was the Wagon Master. Obviously, you can choose any other 5-spoke rim, such as Super 5, Wagon Master, like I chose, rough wheeled, or basically any other option of 5-spoke rims, but I just chose the Wagon Master because it's the most accurate one. despite it having such thin based wheels and tires. Alright. Windows, I'm just going to go ahead and do a dark smoke. And that's it. That is our McLaren F1 LM build for the GP1. Let's go ahead and finally take it for a drive, shall we? I know the actual LM F1 in real life has silver or alloy colored rims for this build. But I mean, come on, with blacked out rims, it looks so much more meaner in this look. I absolutely love it. Alright, well, let's go ahead and... Kinda sounds a bit like the Devastator, not gonna lie. Alright, let's take this legendary car for a drive. Let's actually go on the highway. The handling is pretty good. Not bad. Let's see the brakes. Beautiful. Love those brakes. This is not how you're supposed to be driving a McLaren, but it's a game. Oh, that definitely. Right, this way. Alright, let's go. Cinematic. Oh yeah, look at that. First person. Look at this interior. Rockstar did a good job on the interior for this car. They really put so much detail into this car. Alright. Let's see what opens up. Oh, look at that. So there's the engine. There's the massive engine for this thing. Look at that. You can see the exhaust way down to the back as well. That's pretty cool. That's insane detail. You can just tell Rockstar actually put their hard work into this car to make it look perfect. And they definitely satisfied the community with that. There's the absolutely gorgeous interior. Look at that. No other car in this game has this interior but this car, and that's why I keep saying it's definitely a special car to own if you haven't got it already. And then there's the trunk as well. It's just a shame that they put so much detail into this car just for it to get removed off the Legendary Motorsports website when they removed about 200 vehicles off the website. And the GP1, of course the GP1 ended up being one of those vehicles to be removed, which I find kind of unfortunate. But if you do have a friend that owns a GP1, definitely buy it off them, or if it does show up in the Simeon's or Ellis Car Meet Test Ride, still a fantastic car to add to your supercar collection if you haven't already. Definitely a good one. Anyway, that's it for today's customization video. Anyway, that is it for the customization video of the GP1. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Stay tuned for the next video, which will be on the track variant of the McLaren F1, the Tyrus. So stay tuned for that, and also stay tuned for more live streams and other content in the future. With that being said, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.